Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Exclusive, Boynton police release video of deputy shooting ex-girlfriend. Elliot Kleinberg, Hannah Winston, Palm Beach Post staff writer. 8:10 p.m. Friday, December 1, 2017. Palm Beach County crime. Boynton Beach. A woman shot October 12 by a Palm Beach County sheriff's detective who then fatally shot himself, told investigators that he told her, "You treat me worse than a dog," moments before firing his gun, according to documents released Friday. Surveillance video made public by Boynton Beach police show the moment of rage and terror that ended with Yuli Solano at Delray Medical Center and Michael DeMarco dead on the asphalt of the Inlet Harbor Club condominium complex. On the video, DeMarco, dressed in his sheriff's uniform and driving his unmarked sheriff's car, approaches Solano as she walks her dog, Coco, at the Federal Highway complex. Then he pulls out his service weapon and shoots her once in the arm and twice in the chest before slumping and placing the handgun to his head. Surveillance video released by the Boynton Beach Police Department this week shows the attempted murder of 40-year-old Yuli Solano by her ex-boyfriend, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Deputy Michael DeMarco, in the parking lot of Inlet Harbor condominium on October 12. After shooting Solano, DeMarco then shot and killed himself. In a November 8 hospital bed conversation with detectives, apparently the first time they could talk to the severely injured woman, Solano also said she'd ended their relationship a few weeks before the shooting because he was being racist and very possessive of her. Solano also told detectives she had planned to file formal complaints about DeMarco with the condo board and property managers but had not gotten around to it before the shooting, according to the documents. The interview is part of a 65-item package of materials released Friday. Boynton Beach Police had released 160 pages of documents November 6, and said the remainder were withheld at the time because police hadn't yet been able to interview Solano and so could not close the case. Daughter of Boynton woman shot by PBSO deputy breaks silence. The package released Friday includes 2 surveillance videos provided by Inlet Harbor managers and taken from different angles. One that runs 1 minute, 10 seconds shows Solano and her dog walking through the parking lot of the complex north of Gateway Boulevard just after 8 a.m. DeMarco then pulls up and steps out of his car. As Solano walks away from him, he follows. The pair move out of view. Solano comes back into the frame, retreating from Marco with her hand to her face. DeMarco's gun comes into frame before he does. The video then jumps to Solano and DeMarco on the ground. Solano's dog jumps on DeMarco's body and the video ends. Boynton Beach Police said the skip in the video is how they received it and say they did not edit it. The other video, 22 seconds long, shows DeMarco approaching with his gun out. A spokeswoman for Solano's lawyer, Gary Isco, who sued Inlet Harbor and its property manager on November 16, did not want to comment Friday on the videos or the documents. Just 1 or 2 minutes before he shot Solano, a calm and unhurried DeMarco finished spending 10 minutes on the phone with a colleague, according to other documents within the new reports. DeMarco had asked Deputy Claudia Palenzuela to back him up on an eviction he was handling at 9:30 a.m. on Military Trail, Palenzuela told Boynton Beach Police. Solano told investigators November 8 that as DeMarco confronted her, she called out to a maintenance man, Robert Rossero, who moments earlier had talked with DeMarco about the New York Yankees baseball playoff game the previous night. He said DeMarco fired the first shot into her chest, and she did not know if he'd shot her again because the first shot had deafened her. Deputy who shot ex-girlfriend, killed self, got good evaluations. Rossero, 48, said he saw DeMarco drive up to Solano and get out and grab her arm. She saw her pull away and saw DeMarco fire his gun. Rossero and the Inlet Harbor manager, who had not seen the shooting, called 911. Officers arrived to find DeMarco on his back, dressed in khaki pants, black boots, and a black sheriff's polo shirt, embroidered with D/SM DeMarco. D/S is Deputy Sheriff. His black department-issued Glock .40 caliber handgun lay near his body. He'd shot himself in the chest and right temple. Firefighters declared him dead and officers covered his body with a blanket. Solano lay about 4 feet away. She was screaming in pain and fear, a report said. She told officers she was having trouble breathing, but also told them to go to her apartment and check on her baby, her 18-year-old daughter, Ariana Beluya. Beluya later told an officer her mother had left to walk Coco, and she heard 4 gunshots. She said as she looked out her window, she saw the dog and saw DeMarco's car, driver's side open, and knew that something was wrong. Solano was taken to Delray Medical Center. Detectives came there at about 9:30 a.m. to learn Solano was being rushed into surgery. About 90 minutes later, doctors told the detectives she'd been shot 3 times, once in the forearm and twice in the chest. She was in critical but stable condition and was unable to talk to investigators. Later, at her bedside, she nodded and scribbled notes to Beluya, who sat holding her hand. But she was dopey from medication and slipped in and out of consciousness. Beluya told detectives she and her mother lived in a different part of Inlet Harbor from DeMarco and met him there in May 2017. He invited them to dinner, and he and her mother later began a relationship. For the first 2 months, she said, DeMarco was a nice guy who helped teach her to drive and inspired her to pursue a career, even giving her a desk to help with her college studies. Then, she said, DeMarco and her mother began to argue over jealousy issues. When Solano would talk in Spanish to her parents in Peru, DeMarco would grow angry and ask what she was saying. Beluya so far has declined, both directly and through her lawyers, several interview requests by the Post. She did tell the online news outlet DailyMail.com, in a story posted Tuesday, that 3 of her mother's ribs were broken and parts of her lung had to be removed. She said her mother's arm and vocal cords also are paralyzed, and it was hard for her to talk. But, she said her mother is now walking. She's fighting, Beluya told the website. She's continuing to stay positive. Beluya also said she'd set up a GoFundMe account to help offset medical costs for her mother while she continues her college classes. Solano's lawyers have threatened to sue the sheriff's office as well, saying it failed either to care for or supervise DeMarco, who they say was clearly battling mental duress and emotional troubles, in a proper manner. DeMarco spent more than 2 decades with the sheriff's office and had consistently high marks on evaluations. To date, the sheriff's office has not commented. 911 audio, PBSO deputy shoots ex-girlfriend, fatally shoots himself. In the reports, Sheriff's Lieutenant Chuck Morris told Boynton Beach Police DeMarco had told him a week before the shooting that he was going through a breakup with Solano and mentioned their legal fight over bedroom furniture. He'd filed a small claim suit September 27. DeMarco told Morris that Solano had believed the items were a gift, but he considered them joint property because he had planned to marry Solano. Morris said DeMarco told him he'd gone through the courts so as not to be accused of stalking or harassing phone calls. Solano told a different story. She said DeMarco had been so obsessed with their relationship he'd demanded she go with him to look at paint colors for their apartment. She said that after the breakup, DeMarco had told her he wanted the furniture back because he did not want her to have another man sleep on the mattress that he had purchased for them. And she said she believed DeMarco had scratched her name from the mailbox in the lobby of the community clubhouse. In the report, Rosario told police Solano had told him DeMarco had been harassing her by constantly calling her cell phone and sending emails in the early morning hours. The phone calls were to a point that she had to block his phone. He said after the pair broke up, Solano asked him not to give DeMarco a key to her apartment if he asked. She told Rosario she might have to get a restraining order. Homeowners Association officer Riley Cooney told police Solano had told him DeMarco was crazy. Cooney said he never saw the two argue in public. Related video, Boynton cop shoots ex-girlfriend. A report said a detective checked Solano's phone and found it appears that text messages from DeMarco had been erased, except for a few screenshots of a conversation. The phone did show a text message from DeMarco's brother, Frank Dunkow, asking what went wrong between the two. Dunkow, 52, was arrested on federal fraud charges October 12, the same day as the shooting. Lawyers for Solano have said she complained of harassment by DeMarco to both the condo association and the management office. Both city police and the sheriff's office have said they have no record of Solano making a formal complaint. And the police reports released Friday also said that no official correspondence or reports or harassment were reported to Inlet Harbor. Solano told police she had planned to report the incidents formally but did not have a chance.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheep up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head, help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.